Make it like a smooth. You can make like a.
Just put them Jones in the car in the
man,
crib
I don't
too.
know what it was.
From up and down, up and away.
She made it with like blackberries and all kinds of stuff. It was banging. She mixed that with something else. She had the cherries in there. You know, kid be making them drinks like that. That's one.
Let me change it up. You need a can over there. I don't need too much.
Good.
Yeah, man.
But you want them? You want that? You want that? Medication?
Man, I'm trying
You want medication?
Not really. There's no.
Oh, yeah, you want it?
Not
I'm doing it right now.
Alright.
Yeah, wow. You going in this weekend? So you going in this weekend? You gonna talk about everything?
We can talk about the Super Bowl.
That's what I said because it's the morning.
And the Hall of Fame nominees.
I'm not gonna touch on that AD conversation.
Trade.
Could I mean, we can talk a little bit about it. But it's such a football dominant.
Yeah, it's football time right now, so
We need to save something for when the Super Bowl's over.
yeah, you're right. You know, so but it's gonna be crazy because it's like
Yeah, but the Lakers gotta get AD the next week.
Yeah.
They don't get him in the next week. He's going to Boston, probably.
yeah,
They're getting.
nah, they don't
Man,
have
you gotta
that
close
sit
that
on
deal.
show.
If Magic don't close his deals,
Yeah,
he got to. He under the gun in a
Rich
way.
Paul's his agent. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Yeah,
Don't make
You
no
just gotta
sense.
figure out how they got one to it. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got KD free next year.
plus
Kyrie said he
Try-
want to play
trade
LeBron again.
plus
All
Clay,
set up.
plus Clay, and then the year after that,
You know,
Draymond
set
goes
it
on
up.
vacation.
You know,
He
Clay,
goes and play
Clay and his
agency.
pops. Hey, man. When the big trade happened, you want to see me come in with the Lakers hat on. Ain't time
That's
yet.
how you doing, so you can't come with it now?
It ain't time yet.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
alright, I see how you doing it. You coming, okay.
So
Oh,
it's like
it's gonna be
the
all
same
y'all
thing,
purple and gold, all right.
It ain't time.
That's like
Okay.
I'm doing too then.
Yeah, we
You gotta do it too? So y'all waiting, okay.
You know what I mean?
We want Clay.
So y'all really can't see it coming, but it's coming.
Yeah.
We want
It
Clay.
ain't time
We
yet.
want Clay.
Yeah, Clay is who
We want Clay. We
You think?
get Clay.
Yeah.
We get Clay.
We get that sniper. Like, that's
Yeah.
the thing. LeBron
So-
needs snipers on his team.
Oh, it makes everybody's job easy.
Yeah. And LeBron gets some snipers where though he can drive and one guy can't stay in front of him.
Mhm.
So you gotta cheat. You know what I'm saying? So you cheat off. That's why he always kept Shane Battier, Mike Miller,
Oh.
James Jones.
Yeah.
Them bulls can't really ball.
Ray Allen.
Yeah.
Ray
Ray
Allen
Allen can't
Well, he
ball.
ball Ray.
He
He
might,
put Ray
have
Allen
to, he
late.
might not have to break the bank for Clay either, so,
He gonna want some money on them.
yeah.
This is year.
He ain't no
Right.
A Davis money.
No. You can still get Anthony Davis and Clay.
Right, and Clay.
Like, it's gonna be hard to
He
get
took a pay cut in Golden State.
Right. It's gonna be hard to
He
get
might do it again.
It's gonna be hard to get an Anthony Davis, LeBron, and KD. Like, that's gonna
Well,
be.
they can do it. They gotta take them pay cuts. That's all. The Heat did it.
Yeah.
They said, all right, I'm making 15.
Yeah, you can't-
He playing with everybody. I think
Sometimes-
he really gonna go to the Lakers.
Yeah, you
He's
can't
saying
be
he don't want to
scared.
play with LeBron, but really they
Who,
boys.
AD?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about KD.
He's playing. Anyway, listen, if KD would get better playing with LeBron, because LeBron knows how to be submissive. You know what I'm saying? Like, LeBron's a passer.
Mhm.
He's not the dude to look you off and be like, I got this. He ain't that guy. Like, KD pops out, LeBron is gonna give him. He gonna feed him. So they, you know,
Right. LeBron
can play with anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody. Like, you gotta be scared to put KD with like other people, like KD and Harden or KD and Westbrook. LeBron go play with Westbrook. He'll play with anybody. It won't matter because he knows how to fit in. He knows how to play basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
LeBron's a basketball player.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah, he going them stat sheets. He gonna fill them joints
he
up.
can guard between 1 and 5.
Well, in today's game, he ain't doing that shit back in the day. He ain't guarding no fours back in the day.
Yeah, I'm just saying now.
Yeah, he ain't
I'm
doing
talking
that.
about now.
Like Alonzo Mourning, David Robinson.
Nah, that's all back when hand checking was allowed.
They,
You got fouled before you
they
even
see
got the
LeBron
ball.
sticking them, they be like, oh, we ain't running that play. We down here.
Mm-hmm.
But by his stature, he kind of could have made it.
He could have made it.
He don't have that
but not
four.
center.
Yeah, he don't have that four. Like his body, like Karl Malone would chew LeBron up on the block. and they the same size down there.
Right.
Just because he got
Drake might chew him up.
He got
Blake
Karl
might chew
Malone
him
got
up.
that different,
Certain
different
strength.
strength.
Certain forwards still get.
But he also young Chris Webber.
Oh yeah,
nice
yeah,
too.
yeah. You don't want like there was a point in time that
Chris was like-
guards
Chris was
had
like
to
small
stay
forward.
guards.
Right.
Yeah.
Like now they trying to go into the basket because ain't nobody down there. But you got going under there when you had Mark Eaton and Ewing and Mourning and you got
Anthony Mason.
you
Rick
got
Mahorn.
that's what made guys like Barkley special. Like how you 6'4",
They still
and
putting
you
in work.
still down there with the Grimies. Like you know what Barkley can do now down there? Cause ain't nobody down there.
Barkley would have a piece.
Oh,
Rodman too. Rodman wasn't
oh,
big.
all of them. And Robin sticking Shaq in them.
And Robin
Sticking the
was-
biggest dudes.
And Rodman wasn't big. He was just strong as hell. I don't.
Strong and smart.
Yeah.
That's what he was.
Yeah. He played like a mind control.
Mhm.
Like he was the Riddler on the court.
These dudes now,
They don't do that.
some of them were 6'2".
Yeah, they stretch it
Then they hit
now.
that growth spurt.
Yeah, they
They
stretch
was
it.
always
Just like-
guards.
Just like Anthony Davis, he was a guard.
Yup. And they hit that spurt, man. Mm-hmm.
I ain't talking about the lottery sweepstakes. Who's gonna get Zion? It's gonna be like they whole squad.
Whoever got the first pick.
The whole,
You don't
the
let
whole-
him. You don't let him. You don't get him.
The
You
whole
crazy.
starting lineup is going at least in the top
Come on,
20.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Barrett, man. You know, Zion's special. Zion's different.
I like Cam Rash.
But he gonna have to shoot.
Cam's
Yeah.
gonna pick better
You know what
shots
I'm
to
saying?
shoot.
He
at.
ain't gonna be able to play that bully ball.
Yeah, you might. Cause them guys is thin, man. Like they don't want him. That guy's 285.
Yeah, he like a mini LeBron. He like
Agile.
LeBron.
So you figure when he gets in anywhere in there, like nobody can. They're not blocking his shot. He's too
aggressive.
strong.
He's too aggressive.
Too strong, man. He's a mixture. I never saw
Stop about
anybody.
to sit up, son.
I never saw anybody like him. Like somebody that is real big, but that like nimble and with power.
Right, right.
I've never seen
LeBron
that
wasn't even that
combination.
big.
Right.
LeBron wasn't that big.
Like I see like Dominique with the hops. Then I see Barkley, and then I see Shaq. Like how you got that all inside like one
One body.
and then you're a big boy, but you nimble like crazy, man.
What makes him unique altogether is his left hand.
He can hit the ground.
And he's a left.
I seen him hit the ground and go right back up. Now, how you hit the ground and be right back up that
Special,
quick?
man. Boy, real special. You know?
Yeah.
You got your phone?
282 me.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Like share it around. I should hit you, Jay. If he tagged you.
It's on Facebook.
Yeah.
We got sound around.
Yeah, I believe so. Yep. Yo, Doug. Yo, Dave. Bob, mic check, Bob, mic check.
We here in the building. How you
El
doing?
Rancho.
We back. Ranch Sports Talk Super Saturday before the Super Bowl. Sports Talk Live for the culture. Usual suspects, and we got Barry coming back in the building. He was on the previous episode. He's back in the building. What's up, cuz?
What's going on,
How you
man?
doing? How you doing? We're going to talk a little NFL today. Super Bowl Sunday. Tomorrow, biggest party day of the year, except for New Year's in America, and everybody's going to be tuning in. Got a classic battle of the old regime, the GOATs, Brady Belichick versus Boy Wonder and the young kid, Cool Hand Luke, the young quarterback, Goff from the Los Angeles Rams, the NFL. How's it going, guys? What do you think? You ready for this game already?
Listen, it's the last two teams left. You better get ready. I hope they ready. 'Cause I don't want to see anything lopsided this week.
Yeah, you don't want to see no blowouts.
Nah.
We went through that 16 years when the NFC won like 16 in a row.
Yeah, we don't want
Yeah, we don't want it. It was like, and those games weren't even close. Like, you know, but I got a feeling this thing is going to be close.
I do
think,
too.
I think this is going to go down to the wire. I think this is going to be a very, very good game, entertaining game, chess match going on. You know what Belichick and Brady about. Like Jonathan was mentioned earlier. It all started against the Rams 17 years ago.
Uh-oh.
You know,
Trying to hit
talk
around or
about
something?
their game.
Trying to hit around?
Everybody talks about their game. Was their filming? Was their practices taped? You know, a lot of things. My man Brian Sandman has very strong feelings about that. He's a Rams fan. And now you come back 17 years later, the Rams are the young team coming up with a young quarterback, young coach, young guru coming up. So if it does end, there's some symmetry there. I mean, you go back to where you started, you know, and it's always interesting, you know, how that works in sports, you know, versus the Rams. Now the Rams are back 17 years later, as you see. A lot of speculation on this man, McVay, 33 years old, young coach, 33 years old,
Young gunner.
trying to get this Rams team ready to play the GOAT, Bill Belichick, the greatest of all time when it comes to coaching these big games of 17 years. What do you think McVay and the Rams have to do to take advantage of the Patriots? What do you think he's going to do? Is he going to come out the box, or is he going to be himself? What do you think McVay's going to do?
I think let's give it up to McVay, you know, young coach, you know, and I think he got to still be him. He got to go out there and try to put up points. You know, that's going to be his key to victory. Try to put up points, and you know what they say about anybody, like, you know, about what the old heads done. You know, them young boys don't care what you did. You know, the young boys don't care what the old heads done. You know. They ain't got nothing to do with me.
You gotta sit down and tell them the history. You know, I ain't trying to pay attention.
That's
stuff I need to do.
You know, when you gotta get something done by, you know, somebody in the street that's a legend, you gotta go get some out of towner or a young boy. They don't care. You know, so
right.
he gotta go in there with that. You know, like, hey man, that ain't got nothing to do with me.
It really doesn't.
You know what I mean?
You were doing all your winning, 15 years ago? I was in high school.
Yeah, your time up, young old head. Your time up, old head.
I mean, he was 16 when Belichick
You know what I mean?
was in the first bowl. But the interesting thing part about it, from the Rams' perspective, do you think they try to push the envelope, they try to ground and pound, or do they try to stretch?
Yeah, I think Belichick, I think their hardest thing is passing out of the backfield, running backs. I think that's where they running the ball hard and running backs being able to get in space. I think that's where that's where Belichick and them is not that polished. Get those linebackers on Gurley, get Gurley out there in space catching the balls. I think that's going to be a big thing, you know, to me, what I feel.
I got looking at more so the Rams, you know, because they the newbies, right?
Yeah, the newbies.
So
new kids on the block.
They have two respectable running backs, right? There's no secret, right? Gurley, Anderson. I think it has to be a heavy dose. You know, the ball control. You know, you want to take time off that clock because, I mean, we all know how great Brady is, but if he's not on the field, he can't do anything for you. Get Goff in positions where he's not uncomfortable because the Patriots are coming defensively.
Right.
They're coming up the middle. They're going to put some things together where, you know, that he has never seen, right? This is all new. Even though he's been to a couple playoff games, he's never been to this stage, right? And but it's important for them to establish these two running backs. Like, you got to hit these guys, boom, boom. And I think that McVay has enough swag to be able to keep these Patriots off balance. Problem is, can you keep them off balance for 4 quarters? Because it's going to come a time in the game where somebody knows what you're about to do. Right?
Can you execute?
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 1, and they're going to say, okay, you got Gurley. I know Gurley's running over to the right, and we're going to run it anyway. We got to stop you. Like, there's no tricks to sometimes to the game. You know what I mean? So what's going to happen then? You know, and then you have the Rams have speed on offense, right? Cooks. What's the other receiver they have? And Brooks, right? These guys got to get vertical, right?
Also Robert Wood.
Right, and Wood. So they have to get vertical because it opens up a lot of things when you are a threat, vertical, right? And run the football, and like I said, we're gonna talk about the Rams because they newbies, right?
Yeah. We're gonna get to the old heads. We're gonna get to the legends.
You got two guys, right?
Yeah, I got
You got Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
Do we need to even
we
discuss
gonna get
him?
the defense. We gonna get the
Okay, we don't need to discuss him 20 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Interior.
Defensive player of the year, you know.
And you got my boy. You got my boy. They say something's wrong with him, but there's nothing wrong with him at all. And that's Sue.
Sue.
Something's wrong with him.
Sue's the kid. I mean,
Yeah.
Bobby brought up
He
the
did
health
push, man.
of Bobby brought up the health of Gurley. They say basis Gurley's 100%. No problem with his knee.
Hey, let's
he was
go.
rusty against the Saints, so they went the other direction. So he should be all in come tomorrow. Let's get ready to rumble.
Mhm.
But definitely, and I think a lot of it falls in because, as we said, we start off with the coach and we start off with the quarterback because they are the two people in the NFL or any situation that have a record.
Yes.
Your defensive tackles don't have a record. Ed Reed doesn't have a record. Your quarterback and your head coach, they're the people that have a record. That's how that works, definitely. And Goff has been a cool customer. Like, he has been, his personality, he looks like Dan Pastorini and has the same type of...
Pastorini, huh?
Yeah, for you young, Googling young bucks. But he has the same demeanor. Like, he's cool as the other side of the pillow. He's cool and calm, like, all right, not up, not down. That's the kind of person you need in these situations. Like, he's just young and he's going to be in control, and it's going to be key early.
Yeah, it's not a time. We need poise. We need a combination of swag, poise. We need you to be a coach out there now. This is that big game.
And I think, he was having helmet problems against the Saints, and they ended up switching the helmet with another teammate because the radio wasn't working. And the thing about it is, they had that rough start in New Orleans 2 weeks ago. And it's not a tougher place to play than in New Orleans. So, but he was able to settle down and get over that and make some plays. I mean, Goff definitely made some plays in the NFC Championship game with passes in prime time and crunch time when you needed him to make plays, step inside to the pocket, side on, just getting the ball where it needed to be by any means necessary.
Right.
So he definitely did that. Do you think, and he played in some big game. I mean, the 54-point game against the Chiefs this year. So I think Goff has proven that, hey, look, I'm right. I mean, of course, the Patriots have the ultimate advantage at quarterback.
Right.
But what do you guys think they need from him? He doesn't have to win the game by himself.
Right.
I mean, but he's definitely going to have to do something. Like, you can't just put the handcuffs on. I don't think McVay will do that. So what are you guys' gut feeling about Goff in the biggest game of his career ever?
Well, he's not. They're going to try to soak. Patriots going to try to soak that clock up like they did last week, or the other week against the Chiefs. And so he's going to have to convert. Like we all agree that they need to get high doses of running. Running backs got to play a big key in the game. So he has to complete those 3rd and 6s, 3rd and 4s. He has to complete those. Sometimes they may try to switch it up, throw on first down.
Right.
He needs to get that 7 yards on first down. He needs to get those things rolling. And once it gets rolling, he may even forget he in the Super Bowl. You just never know what the adrenaline will do to him. And so, that's what I feel like the key. What you feel, Barry?
I believe he just got to come out the way the picture is. He just got to come out the way the picture is on the screen. He just got to come out the way he's been doing. Just keep the same routine.
But it's tough. This is the biggest game. This is the world is watching. Everybody. Troy Aikman's tried to talk that in his first Super Bowl. So we got out there. It's like, oh my God, hyperventilating.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But he can't be the same person because if you listen to everybody in his ear, then he's not gonna play his game that he want to play, and it's no reset.
Yeah.
It's either winner go home.
Right.
And do we believe Gurley is 100%?
Hey man, listen.
I believe it.
And nobody. Let's face it. This part of the game, nobody's 100%.
That's what I was about to say.
Nobody in the NFL. You play one NFL
Show me
game.
one of these guys that's 100.
He ain't 100% enough to not sit out this game.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, so I definitely think it's going to come down to can Goff maintain his cool. Got to be cool. Got to be cool. As he always been, and don't make mistakes. Because more games are lost than won.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's the key. The key interception, a bad play.
Mm-hmm.
You saw against the Eagles, he kind of got rattled a little bit, threw that ball up for grabs against them. That's the only time I'm seeing.
Oh, he's going to get. Listen, something's coming tomorrow, and we know it, right? If you give an inkling that you are not into this game, it's over. right? Because the dogs are not. This is the game where
blood in the water early.
If you show me that you can't handle these one or two things, these one or two or three things are going to keep coming at you all game until you decide you need to fix it. And we know about what kind of organization New England is now. You know, they're going to come after you. They know how to play. They know how to win. They're going to do what they need to do. And if you beat them, you earned it, right?
Yeah, definitely. You earned it. Brian Sandman checked in. He's a big-time Rams fan, one of the only Rams fan I know. Doug Scott chipping in, saying it's going to show early. The Rams going to be a little shook.
Dougie Fresh.
But they're going to have to get over that and move forward.
Rob Hodge, Bambino, shout out. My homie.
Hey, what's up, Rob? This man right here, in a legitimate most valuable player candidate as a defensive tackle, 20 sacks from the defensive tackle position.
Love him.
If you want to get in Brady's face and cause trouble and terror and disruption and mayhem, he's the guy to do it. Brady's going to try to get rid of that ball in 2.5 seconds. So he's definitely got to impose his will.
Right.
And him imposing his will, he's got to make plays. Big players make big plays in big games. And he's got to step up and be that terror on defense, and make the Patriots really face him and really have to do a lot for him, because if they, have to really concentrate on Donald, because when the way the Giants beat him, they beat him with the interior pass rush. Right front and quick and, rush forward, drop everybody back. That's going to be the key.
Well, you got like let's take a moment for this guy. He's 99, right? We know where he plays, right? We've been watching him all year. Interior, right? 20 and a half sacks. 20 and a half sacks on the interior. And he missed a couple games, bro. He was holding out. He wasn't right yet.
Yeah.
And he got 20 sacks. I mean, he's not a defensive end. He's in the interior. It's double teams going on, and you down in the trenches, and you still found a way to come out with 20 and a half sacks. Forget about your disruptions and the turnovers you caused and all this stuff, but you are an animal.
Right.
If they gave this man MVP of the NFL, nobody's going to argue it. Nobody's going to argue it. That's how great of a defensive player that he is.
Man, he had a season like an LT type season.
Like an LT type season, and we're at, and this is, probably a bad thing for him in this day and age where it's offense, right? That we don't even know how great of a performance he put on this year with those 20 and a half sacks playing down there.
Right.
Like, how do you do that down there?
Right.
Like, that's crazy.
It's
just crazy, man.
All right, well, with me, with Donald, the 20 and a half sacks show because of the passing era now. That's what's showing up.
And you're ahead offensively.
That shows,
trying to come back.
Right.
But to it, I know how great Donald is. I'm not trying to take no discredit from him.
Right.
I'm not trying to take no discredit from the Rams defensive line. But he's not going to get in there. This is not going to happen. It's not. The Eagles, the Eagles off defensive line to me was a little better than their off defensive line last year. Fletcher Cox, Donald a little bit better. The rest, Bethea and everybody else, I think equal better than the rest of his cast. Nobody could get in. You're not going to get in. I don't care what. It's not going to happen tonight.
You got to make it play.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. Donald is not going to be the key. Only how Donald is the key if Sue's just single cover all night and Sue has 4 sacks.
Right.
Then we can say, because of Donald, Sue had the 4 sacks. But Donald's not going to be able to make all the mayhem and disruptions. He's going to be doubled. They're going to pull. He's going to think he got an open hit. Somebody's going to knock him from the side to the ground. Right. It's not going to happen.
Watch for the wham blocks.
It's going to be wham blocks everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Donald is not, Donald's not going to be able to do what Donald does.
But the thing about it is, right, he's not going to be able to do what he wants to do, so that means somebody else got to do something. Because the minute you start creating double and triple teams, that means 2 or 3 guys are on me. So that means somebody else got to get down.
Everybody's single. Right.
So that's what it's going to come down to. So the one thing that they are doing with number 99 is every meeting they had during this week, they talking about 99.
Right,
That's what they doing,
right.
and we can't deny that.
And what we gonna do to him?
Because he gonna mess the game up if you let him. You know,
he will never be single covered.
Never.
He will be chipped at the least.
At the least.
At the least. That's at the least. He will be chipped.
Because remember, like all these teams, they going into this game too. Like we got to worry about 99, and somehow he still got 20 and a half sacks.
So that's 20 and a half sacks.
So you know,
and that leads me to the next slide, which is this man. Like where you can really change.
Look at that face though. That's what I'm talking about.
You can change your whole career narrative if you ball out on Sunday. All this stuff, I'm worried about Sue's, he dirty, is he cheap, all this type of stuff. All that can be changed.
Only
if he goes in and just raises hell. If he goes and plays one hell of a game as the key and the catalyst, and he has to be. I mean, he's going to have to be able to really take advantage of all the attention that's going at Donald.
Right.
And be able to be like the all-pro player that we think Sue is.
So we always thought he was.
Yeah, I think,
and it's time. I think those defensive players step up.
I look at the place where he was in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's when we took notice. All right, but you're not paying attention. Really, are you really paying attention to what's happening? But for some reason we hear this beast is in Detroit somewhere making all this havoc. So he earned that. Then he went to go get his money in Miami, which I don't blame him for that. He caused some havoc down there. Like you're just not going to just do what you want to this guy. So, he still can play football, right? And he's never been to the Super Bowl. So maybe we see something special from him. I don't know, but I'm waiting. I like him. Always did.
I think Sue this is a change. Say that.
I think the way he plays is where he went for college, Nebraska. He had to be hard up there.
Yeah.
He had to be hard there. It wasn't no being from Nebraska and not want to play.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and he's been a player in the league. I mean, everybody, and I think when you get to a certain age that you are now, you got to pick your spots. I think a lot of these Rams defensive players like, look, we can't ball out for 16 games. We got nothing to prove.
Right.
We'll do what we need to do, and it's time to step up in the postseason and make plays. And I think that's what the veterans do. You need me. I know when you need me, and when it's time for me to to ball out. And it's the situation. So I think really interesting that Fowler, the other guy that they traded for, and Sue, they're really going to have to ball out and play defense and really crush that pocket. Make Tom uncomfortable.
Yeah, got to.
I don't care who you are, legend or not. You're on your back, you get hit, you get uncomfortable. Ball comes out a little quicker, you miss some throws. That's just human nature. I don't care who you are.
You got some shout outs, man.
Oh, shout him out.
Shout outs. Mr. Wesley Dawson, what's up, brother?
What's up, Wes?
Candace Finest and Michelle Blackstone, thanks for joining.
Oh, definitely. Thanks for joining in. Sports Talk Live for the culture. And that's interesting because you see later in life or later in careers, players blossom, get in the right situation, and get a championship. Because he's got the money, he's got the notoriety. Only thing now he wants is the chip.
Right,
and that's what they want. That's what you play for. As Herb Edwards said, you play to win the game.
Absolutely.
And this is the ultimate game to win.
And listen, you at the end of the day, right? You could have played in the NFL for 10 years. I could have played for 10 years. When you come to my house, it's great. You got money, you got cars, you got a big house. But something about that ring, when I go to that case and some diamonds in there, that's gonna make you smile at me and you one up on me.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, and that's the case, and that's what's going to be interesting to see how they fall out. Well, let's talk about the dynasty. 17 years in the making.
Dun.
Belichick.
The
hoodie. What do you think he got up his sleeve?
Oh man.
whole bunch of tricks.
So he likes to take away these tricks. So he's really going to concentrate on trying to take away this running game.
He's going to take away the running. He's going to try as hard as to take away the running game. With Donald, he's going to make sure Donald has a couple clear shots at Brady, and he's going to get knocked on his behind from the side. So then it's going to slow Donald path up, make him think a little bit now. Like, all right, these people knocking me on my head. They set me up. I don't have a shot at Brady. just looks like I got a shot at Brady. Like they're gonna come from the side. They're gonna do a whole lot to Donald because they're gonna want to show Donald that they're the bully, not him. You know, and a lot of people don't understand when you take offensive lineman in the first round until you playing against Brady and you got an all-star defensive line and you can't get to him.
Yeah.
Well,
and that's one of the unsungs. I'll get to that too. I want to talk about is this Patriot offensive line.
That's why you take offensive lineman in the first round. But yeah, Belichick got a lot on his sleeve. I think this is. I think they both may be it for him. You know, so you know why not go out where we need to go out. You might even see the shuffle again out there.
You think the Belichick and the culture that he has put in New England, and you talk about coaching because a lot of people, and I'm in a lot of groups, and they talk about yelling at players, grabbing face masks. Belichick doesn't do that. There's a culture and there's a standard. It's unspoken. Either you work hard and stand up to the Patriot standard, or you won't be here. And it doesn't matter who you are.
Well, let's be real. There's certain words you can use to say to people that could be equivalent to a left hook, right? With these players, no matter what sport it is, NBA, NFL, when you start threatening that dough, that I would say that's equivalent to a nice uppercut or a body shot. When you start playing people's money and playing time, you'll fall in line, and I think that's what he established because we've seen it. He tried to trade Brady.
Yeah.
Just tried to trade 2 years ago. Yeah, Gronk. I mean, Seymour, Willie McGinnis. You're not safe.
Grable.
You're not safe.
Yeah.
So that's established. So I think that the attitude is once you come to New England, it's like I got to do my job, or I know I can be out of here.
Yeah.
So that's already there.
And you don't have to really yell it. Like it's just the level of expectation and the culture they have up in New England, where everybody fits in and do your job and do it to your best ability and prepare week in and week out and come with a game plan. But what I like about Belichick is, and it's seemingly the one thing New England does that a lot of teams don't do, is that they change week to week. They're not going to play cover 2 zone against a team that can chew that up. They're going like we did that the other week because the other quarterback wasn't good. But this week, when they played the Kansas City Chiefs, they took the Ravens scheme and started blitzing crazy up the A-gaps.
Right.
Because that had success against them. They shut them out for a half.
Right.
And it's just amazing that I guess the players they try to draft and intelligent players on both sides of the ball, and just to be able to week in and week in affect the game plan. Like you want to go in. And I think Duke a lot of times when you talk about the Steelers losing to the Patriots, the Steelers would play that zone, and Brady would chew it up, and they come back with the same
and you
zone.
come back with the same
zone. The zone. It doesn't work. It hasn't worked.
The thing about Brady, well, let me talk about it. You know how y'all said how when he could talk, he just talk to you and get the point across. He's like when you're a goat, you can just sit back, and just point. You can just do what you do. Lakers coach did it best. Phil Jackson, we'd be down 17 and he's still sitting in the chair. Like, yo, what's up with you? We down 17.
Right.
You supposed to be pacing back and forth. Like, nah, I know how to talk. Yeah, I know what I need to do.
Well, I heard.
But what he's going to do, like you said, the worst thing to do with Brady, with Belichick, is almost the study, the research. Because what's going to happen is you're not going to get what you done studied all 2 weeks. Yeah. And the work, and what he does the best is research you, because you won't come up with what you did all 2 weeks.
And that was one of the things they said. McVay said, "Look, you can't be chasing ghosts this week. Trying to figure out what
can't do it.
You can't chase ghosts.
It's not the time.
Stick with your formula. Stick with your game plan. Don't try to be about yourself and be about your execution. Because you try to chase the ghosts of New England, the volume gets too big, and you haven't really focused on anything. You ain't got nothing done. It's just you just can't do it.
Do they have any the Rams? Any players on the sideline that have Super Bowl experience?
Anderson, right?
Anderson.
It's a couple of them.
Anderson played for the Broncos.
2-3.
You got Anderson. It's a couple of them. Yeah.
Talib.
Yeah, you got Talib.
Yeah. So I mean, definitely have a few. The Patriots been in the last 3 years. So,
not nothing too recent.
Yeah.
So the rookie who got drafted in the last 3 years has been on 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah. So they know how to prepare for this game and
Right.
coming up to it. So it'll be key, for the early start. And I think that's going to be one of the important parts. How they can start the game and not lose it in the beginning and be there.
Shout out to Greg Myers, boss. Boss tuning in.
Hey, Greg, how's it going?
Yeah, we just said to leave.
Yeah, to
Brian
lead
said
definitely. One of the other components that's going to be interesting is this man right here, out of the backfield. White is just killing them.
Yeah, somebody put that White is the key to the success.
I mean, that's one of the great.
Doug put it actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
I said
You're right, Doug.
And here's the interesting part. And I want to see this matchup. The Rams have a safety converted to linebacker in Barron. He played safety at the University of Alabama, but he's playing linebacker now. Could he be fast enough or quick enough to take that option away, White, away from the Patriots? I mean, because he is truly a safety.
Well, let's be real quick, right? Offensive players, when they are on offense, it's the reason why they are on offense. Now you want to break, and it's the reason why defensive players are on defense. Now you talk about tackling and hitting and things like that. That's what you want your defensive player to be about. When you're on the other side of the ball, you want good feet, you want quickness, you want to be able. This tackler comes over there. Now, will White be able to make 9 out of 10 plays? We don't know about that because now you're embarrassing the other side. But if he can neutralize them somehow, but I'll put my money on the running back that pops out of the backfield that has a little resume that's matched up with a linebacker.
Okay.
I mean, Barry.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know. Yeah, because it makes more sense. Space, because he's not a Ray Lewis, or he's not a Junior Seau Neto.
You don't even play offense all your life, Somebody's being converted, So it's like, okay, all right.
Yeah, it's a bad idea. It's a real bad idea.
Yeah, and I think most of it's not really when it's good defense. It's really based on the pass. More than anything. You can play good defense, and that pass can just be in a certain spot.
Right.
And we all know Brady can put the pass in a certain spot. So. And I seen Brady lead him on plays where he would have had a gain of 2, but he had a gain of 7 because the way Brady threw the ball.
Right.
He just kept on going. So that's what it's going to mainly be. If Brady can put the ball in that one spot, whereas though only White can get it and White can get it. Not only White can get it, it was out of bounds, but White can get it.
It seems like it always happens. that rush is coming, and next thing you know, White looks like he's about to block, which he does. Then he pops out. It's like, okay, everybody over pursued, and the corners had to run with their receivers. Now White goes for 15, before you figure it out. So,
and I think it's going to come down, and this is going to be an interesting part. The Patriots made a commitment to 21 personnel in the playoffs. They said, look, we're going to go with our 21 personnel, 2 running backs and 1 tight end out there for people. And that when you go with that 21 personnel, the 1 tight end is Gronk. You got the 2 running backs, Sony Michel, and then you have White. But White is such the wild card because when you're in that 21 personnel, it's a heavy run formation, a heavy run tendency, and they have been running the football.
Yeah.
Like the Patriots offensive line been running the football.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got 17 receptions in White out of that backfield on non-pass protected personnel because you're in that 21 personnel. When people come out 2 running backs, 1 tight end, that's a heavy, strong run, and you're going to try to match that. But they're saying, okay, are you going to go 21 personnel? Are you going to put your defense in to stop and run? Now we're going to get White 20 catches this game. And every time we touch the ball and you're missing, it's either 7 yards or 17 yards. And that just keeps us going down the field. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Rams are able to defend the Patriots' 21 personnel and be able to stop the run and at the same time be able to keep White in check. I think that's going to be the ball game offensively. I mean, because that there it is. That's how the Patriots do it. Okay, you worried about White? You can put a little wide receiver in there. Sony, let's eat them up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you bulked up because of Sony eating you up.
Right.
White, here's your 15 touches.
Yeah.
Like so, and it's like short passes.
Committee.
And they're like 2.5 second passes to White. Like
Boom,
you know,
boom. Right.
and then one play, oh, we fake the run, fake White, and hit somebody in the seam like Edelman. You know,
They keep you off balance.
Yeah.
Donald just got his hand out the dirt. Pass it out.
Yeah. So I mean, it's gonna be crazy, but definitely another guy, Edelman.
Mm-hmm.
And Edelman's been making plays for a long time.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
They don't talk about him enough.
They don't talk about him enough. I mean, Edelman is a baller. I mean, this guy, you talk about just, he can return kicks. He's a former quarterback. Tough catches across the middle, clutch catches, third down catches. Edelman don't get the light he deserves. People
At all.
really appreciate how great Edelman is.
He doesn't. He replaced Wes Walker. They kept moving. You know,
Yeah.
Wes Walker got the respect. You know, we all liked Wes Walker.
Yeah.
They didn't want to pay him, but as far as like everybody knew what Wes Walker brought to the team.
Yeah.
But like you said, Edelman don't get that clout he needs.
Right.
The Edelman's beast. I
Right.
mean, like,
Oh,
it's gonna be you really, and that's the tough part. Trying, you know.
I think the system helps too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Just like
we can't knock that.
The
but,
big plays.
But while you are in the system, you're an animal.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And that's how I believe it.
Yeah, I mean, definitely making the catches, but you gotta be tough too. The catch he made in the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, third down, you know, a punt return, and you don't really, you seldom you see him drop. You know, make
absolutely.
It's 3rd 8. It hit. Edelman dropped it. Hit him right in his head. Like, you know,
Right.
He's just been a money player for a long time.
Money.
And I think that's one of the things that people are overlooking him. And if he keeps this up, maybe he can't. I'm not gonna say it, but you know, you don't think because of the numbers, but if you win and the part of a winning championship and you put numbers up, I mean, I had a little, you know, little steroid thing issue, like, but you put it over like it's not like baseball. They really don't play football, but you know, he puts up money, he puts up numbers, and you're winning. Like that's the bottom line. The bottom line, as Jerome said, is to win the game,
Right.
and I make plays that win championships, like you know, in big time plays, in big time games. So I mean, I think he doesn't get it. The other thing, the offensive line of the Patriots. This is the key.
Yes.
Where it always is.
I mean, really, Brady's been protected, pampered. He's sitting back there. He's comfortable. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like he's just like you know, he has really not faced a lot of terror, a lot of fire and brimstone in this playoffs and postseason, and the run blocking and the way they block for Sony. I mean, the offensive line of the Patriots. This may be one of the best offensive lines they've had, and it's really showing. Especially with, you know, they're not going to give them sacks because of their offense, the way they throw up the passes and get rid of the ball under 2.5 seconds. But to be able to run the football like they have and just flat out come out and grind. After they lost Gordon, they kind of said, look, we're going to have to go 21 personnel. We're going to have to bash some people, and that's going to open some things up for us.
Right.
This offensive line has been able to lay on people, open up running lanes, and also be able to protect Brady. It's one of the most underrated parts of the New England Patriots team. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel as though it's one of the underrated parts. I mean, you know, for the real football viewers, we know that this line is what it is. You know, like I said earlier, people don't understand when you draft offensive line in the first 15, you know, in the draft. You know, then you playing against Brady and you got an all-pro, you know, Hall of Fame, you know, candidate looking like, you know, DN, and he can't get in.
Yeah.
You like, yo, how you can't get in?
Right.
You know, no plays. You're not even touching it.
Yeah.
You know, like, because you can't, because we going to take everything from you. We know what you do. You know, we know how you going to do it. You know, we've been watching you for all these weeks. Like, we got it.
Right.
He even went to KC and he didn't get touched.
You know,
How you go to KC and don't get touched?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's on the road. Or when, you know, defense has the noise, the get off, everything. They had the
Sounds like to me you need to get up in that old-fashioned bump and run. That's what it sounds like.
And then that's the thing.
The same colors.
And then that's
Just wear the same uniforms, put them back, you know.
You know, piggybacking off what you said earlier, so you know, like the pass is going to come out in 3 seconds. If you defensive line, you probably told from your coach, once you try to make a move or two, once you can't make it, get your hands up.
Yeah.
So they're not even thinking about getting to you no more. They just thinking about, all right, bang, bang, all right, let me put my hands up. But Brady might still be sitting back there.
Yeah, off the play action.
You know what I mean?
You do that a lot.
He might still sitting back there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but you so programmed in your brain,
Right.
boom, 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 all right, I gotta get my hands up because the ball coming out.
Mhm.
You know, it just beats you up, man, psychologically, man. What they gonna do to Donald, man? Not even gonna be legal, man. It's not.
We're gonna see.
It's not gonna be
Because
legal,
listen,
man.
they're gonna have to pay attention.
Oh, they definitely
If
have
you
to pay
think it's
attention.
gonna be one man doing it, it's not gonna happen.
Oh no.
Now you got to bring some heat.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
I'll say this: if you look at Brady's numbers against Wade Phillips defenses, they are down.
Oh yeah.
They are
Well, you
Wade. His numbers against Wade Phillips defenses have.
Listen,
have
all
been
the guys
less.
who had success, the defensive coordinators, they didn't give a damn.
Right.
Like when you go in there caring about something else,
Didn't care about
I'm knocking his ass down.
Yeah.
We coming. Then if you win, you just win.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be, I don't know what he does on this play.
Right.
And maybe he does this play, and we gotta watch out. No, you gotta bring the mess.
Right.
And if he survives it, he survives
And
it.
that's if me, you know, back to the Rams on their keys, I would almost bring the house almost, you know, a lot because we know Brady's not throwing 40 yards downfield. He's not
it's
going
all
to take.
short. It's all
He's
short.
not going to take the big
And watch for
play.
the screen pass.
Right, watch for the screen. I would bring the house so many times because just man coverage and bring everybody else.
Yo,
Because,
you know what? We're gonna send you to LA right now. Coordinator.
oh, my brother's going down there right now. He's going to LA to watch the game at the stadium. He's Rams fan.
Yo, so the Patriots practice the early practice tomorrow. Send him in with the little scope so you get the signals.
Right.
And you call the plays.
Oh, beat up, huh? Beat
yeah,
up.
oh
huh?
Yeah, it's all about wins.
Do what the winners do, huh?
Yeah. Do what the winners do.
Win.
And
Win.
let's talk about this guy right here for a
Who
second.
we got?
Oh,
man.
Tom Terrific, Captain America. Tom
TB12.
Brady. TB12, 41 years old. Said he's playing until he's 45.
Okay.
Last week we got into a little debate on Tom Terrific. Going for his 6th Super Bowl championship, 9th appearance. What his number one attribute?
His offensive line.
I mean, his attribute. You know, everybody just blocking.
Yeah, his offensive line. That's
Is it-
what it is. He stay healthy.
Yeah, he's
stay
hard.
healthy.
You know, you got to go with his heart. You know, his determination.
Experience, man.
He's not trying to lose. He's a winner.
Experience.
Yeah,
You've been
well-
around. Listen, I heard from this. It's two things that I heard in
Go.
probably
Doug, go.
this last this last 4 or 5 years. And now I'm a Steeler guy. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Now Dick LeBeau, who's like 80 something years old, he's still coaching
Still
somewhere.
coaching.
right?
Yeah. Dick, any defense he ain't seen or done or
Yeah,
played.
Dick
Or
LeBeau
covered,
said, listen, they asked him what he was going to do to Tom because they had a game coming up.
Mm-hmm.
He said, man, I mean, I really don't know because you know how old heads are. They're going to give you the truth, if anything. I really don't know what I'm going to do with him because he's seen it all, right? So what that tell you? This is a man that got like 50, 60 years experience, right, on defense. Now you flip it to Tom and you listen to him. Tom goes, man, it's like they're giving me a test in the game and I got the answers to the test. So I couldn't speak about it anymore. What you want me to say? Right? Basically, that means everything that you bring, I know what you're bringing and I got an answer for it.
Got to be counted for it.
Yeah.
So what you gonna do with a guy like that, you know? But like we said, we know what it's all about pressure. But we can't listen, everybody who came with the pressure against him had success. And that's point blank
Got to
period.
get the pressure to him.
And that's point blank period.
You know, that Giants team had those 4, they got 4
Defensive
DNs.
tackles, yeah.
They could just keep bringing them in, switch them
And
out.
from and they moved them down.
It's all up front, man, all up front.
Jason Pierre-Paul. They had
It's what's up front that counts.
Yeah,
You know,
sure.
Yeah, and that's definitely what can the Rams defensively. Can the Rams
Got to get to him.
defensively?
Got to put hands on him.
Yeah,
You know,
make him
Needs to be uncomfortable.
make that ball come out way earlier before James White snap his head around. You know, you got to make Brady want to get rid of that ball too early. You know, and that's the thing. Like, and so he's already getting it away. And what you said? What?
2.5 seconds.
You get in 1.5.
So one.
You don't want that play action.
No.
Just a 0.1. You
Good luck.
You gotta win third down too. If you can get him in 3rd and 8, you gotta win that.
Gotta win third down.
Gotta win 3rd down. Gotta get him off the field.
And it's so hard, man, because he just got those plays that it's almost like he's playing like Madden. Like his plays on Madden, you just can't stop. I don't care what defense you put out there.
Right.
It's just ways you just can't stop it. And playing in tournaments, you know, I realize that like you can't stop these plays. You move the safety up, all right, you can go over here. You move it like it's just, and that's what he's like. He's just playing the game so easy.
Playing chess. Everybody's playing chess.
He's gonna walk you down the field, man. But I think we all playing. I think everybody's praying for the Rams to get the win, right? But I don't think we bet with the Rams. But I think we all praying for the Rams.
They can win. They can win. They can win. Definitely the game.
What do you, defense. Whose defense you like better? I mean, Rams got all the names and everything like that. You like the Rams?
Yeah.
Rams complete. If they play the complete defense that they've been playing,
I like the Rams defense if they gotta play simple. You gotta still play simple. Pressure, stay on your man. Don't try to make an extra play.
Do your job.
Do your job. When you try to do something else, it's gonna be a touchdown.
They definitely got the personnel to do it. But
Right.
you know, I witnessed some shootouts. They good if you win. They bad if you lose. Somebody didn't score 38 on you. Somebody scored 51 on you. That scares me because that means there's something happening that you couldn't stop.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I'm sure Belichick watched them games.
Oh my goodness, did he ever? Who had success against them and who did what they want?
I mean, that's what he does. So bar, one thing to do, he'll look at the film like, oh, they struggle with this. Well, this is what we're going to implement this week. And we keep players and we keep that can, you know, have multifaceted abilities. You know, rushing, or we have more rushers up. We want, you know, those guys, Flowers, and all those guys can play. And we want to manufacture coverage and manufacture pressure. See how they act, see how they react.
Shout out to Cuz Monica tuned in.
Hey, Cuz, how you doing?
What's happening?
And it's going to be a very interesting chess match. I'm really intrigued by the way the game sets up because you have Belichick, the GOAT, the old guard, Tom Brady. They've done it 17 years. And then you have this guy, McVay, 33 years old, kept his team, won on the road in the Saints, has been coaching, has been really, you know, anointed. And, you know, everybody who's had a cup of coffee with him, they're trying to hire in the league now as the new guy on the block.
I was around when I was 33. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, McVay was 16 years old when they were in the Super Bowl against the Rams. So definitely it's going to be interesting to see how he matches up and how he gets his team prepared, you know, for this biggest stage and versus the old guard.
Yeah.
It's classic old guard versus New Jacks.
Yeah, they say if you're key for the Rams, the double the slot and or the crowd.
I mean, that's the part. I mean, Gronk is one of the guys. A lot of talk. This may be Gronk's last game. The body, the big, the mental toughness, trying to come back from all the injuries.
Oh, it's coming.
I mean, it's just so. Yeah,
he's gonna be a wrestler.
Pro wrestler. Yeah, I can see him doing
Pro
that.
wrestler.
Yeah, I can see him doing that. And that's going to be the point. That's going to be another test for them. I go back to the 21 personnel. They're going to have to stop them in this 21 personnel, and I mean stop the run and stop the pass to James. If they can do that, if they can dominate the Patriots when the Patriots are in the 21 personnel, Patriots will have some problems. That's my key. Look for that 21 personnel when the Patriots have 2 running backs in and 1 tight end. Are they being successful? And I think that's going to be, you know, dictate a lot of the game moving forward. Predictions. Let me get some predictions. Score, who's going to win, and why you feel that way. We'll start off with Jonathan. What you think, Jonathan? Prediction, baby.
Man.
Well, one of my teams for the Super Bowl is here. I said Steelers and the Rams earlier. I said it'd be that's what I said in the beginning of the year, but go ahead.
I'm going to go 21-27 Rams.
Rams. Who's your MVP?
MVP.
If they can score 27 points, they're a little bit by the quarterback, right?
Yeah, I would say the quarterback. I would say quarterback's MVP.
Golf.
I would say golf.
What you say, dude? What's your prediction?
I got it.
Maybe Gurley.
Now you laying money. Let the people know. Are you putting money on this?
No money. This is who I want to win.
Because everything else runs the marathon. Money talks.
I want the Rams to win. You know.
I'm with you.
Is that your heart?
I want the Rams to win.
Yeah.
I want them to win.
But we
if
know
they win, I see a 26, 24, 26, 23. If the Patriots get it, I see a 27, 23, somewhere around, you know, but that's, hey man, I don't know what to do with this. But I want the Rams. I do want to see them win.
So we got it in the 40s. What's your prediction? What's the point of prediction?
They're not gonna like this, but facts is facts. 31-7 Patriots.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Blowout. Good God. Like, did they show up?
You want us to watch the game.
So yeah, that's, I don't need to. I just need to eat the meatballs up there.
Man.
Yeah.
If
First
it's
half
gonna
done?
be over first half.
All right. Barry's out there.
You
Take that
want that
money.
6th rank, man.
Mm.
You want that
Six
6th rank.
piece. You know, half a
6
dozen.
piece.
You know.
That's big, huh?
I'm going. You know, you forget about the heart. 27-20 Patriots. They win. They hold it on. I gotta go Tom Terrific. I gotta go Belichick. I just feel that they will win the game. Now, if it doesn't turn out that way, I won't be hurt. But
Reversed. Yeah, it can be reversed.
but it's just hard to go against the Patriots.
Yeah,
It's very
last
hard.
year's loss. And
Very
you
hard.
see what
Last
they
year's
are.
I kept going it, man. I kept going against that, man.
Right.
How can we agree? Can we any of us think that Belichick and Brady can lose 2 straight? Like
It's possible.
it should have been 3 straight if they lose. You know,
Yeah,
I don't know.
possible.
I don't know who was calling that game in Atlanta. You know? I don't know.
We could have called it better.
You know, I don't know who was calling that game in Atlanta.
But Wesley Dotson says Rams 42, New England 24.
Wow.
He's riding with Sue. He got some.
Yeah.
He got some. You know, he can call Sue right now on the phone. So maybe
Okay.
he knows
He
something.
knows something. He knows
Maybe
something.
He knows something.
That's
Right.
inside
Okay,
information.
Doc. Okay. I'm
inside-
Cooks. I'm gonna leave that right there,
That's
Doc.
inside trading right there.
Yeah.
He said he coming for the hood.
Shout out to Tony Shamori.
Yeah, come for the hoodie. I'm 33. What's the hoodie?
I am
Tony
a-
about 70.
Yeah.
I'm coming for him too from McVay.
Yeah.
Tony
I want you.
Shamori, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, he's crazy. So you know, it'll be interesting to see. This is hard to go against the Patriots, but I like the way it sets up. It all comes down to 21 personnel. If they can't do anything with the Patriots and that 21 personnel, and the Rams have given them some run, Sony kills them with that 21 personnel, and it opens up right, and then all of a sudden it's a play action bomb. Well, we have to wait and see. But also tonight, and this is the thing I want to get to, and I wanted to touch base with you guys, is who do you think belongs in? This is a tough
I
class.
got one for you.
It's rough though.
Stephen Atwater.
I mean, but Atwater's been up before, but it's a lot. This
You got
A lot of
you got some
deserving-
guarantees like up there. First, you got to always go with the guarantee.
How many get in? 4?
5.
5 get in?
The 5 moderns will get in.
All right, let's get everybody 5. Let's get everybody 5 before we
I
close it
got
out.
5.
All right, you can start it off, man.
All right, that's easy. We got Stephen Atwater. We got Stephen Atwater.
Mhm.
We got Champ Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
Isaac Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Gonzalez.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta go with the corner, Ty Law.
Whoa, so
Ooh.
you miss Ant Reed.
What was in the cup? What we say? What we got? We see what's going on.
They're gonna go through.
Nah.
I'm saying they're gonna go through. He's gonna go through.
Ant Reed is
going
going to go through. Ant Reed is going through before anybody on there.
Oh yeah.
Ant Reed is going through first.
Yeah.
Chad Bailey is going through.
Hold on, I ain't see him.
Tony Gonzalez is going through. You know, now I get a little,
But see, the part about it is they don't know about Eric Coryell. They don't know about.
Yeah.
They don't know about.
That's why I didn't go first. I'm in there.
Tell Coryell turn. I got Ed Reed, I got Chad Bailey, I got Tony Gonzalez. I'm gonna go Richard Sherman and John Lynch.
Where you see Richard Sherman at?
Which Sherman's not on? They still playing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we got
Richard Seymour.
Let's go see what's going on in these cups. Let's go back to these cups.
I'm gonna Seymour.
Let's go see what's in these cups. Dude.
I don't know Richard Seymour.
Man, that's a big screen up there,
John
Justin.
Lynch.
Now we need vision.
Everybody's vision.
I want Richard Seymour and
You
John
got
Lynch.
that on vision at the job.
Put the cups down.
Hey, I'm going Ed Reed, right? Because to me, best one that ever did it, right? And I'm a Steeler guy, so you know
Yeah,
I'm going Ed first. And then I'm going Gonzalez, right? Arguably
Best tight end.
best tight end ever.
Right.
We are in. Then we start getting down to the nitty gritty, where we got, and this is just because I'm gonna pick this guy because he's probably the oldest maybe up there in Atwater, right? As far as player.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it might be Tom. This is not his first time up.
Right.
So he gets in, I think, because of that, not taking anything away from him because he's great. And then we got to go Don Coryell.
Gotta go Don Coryell.
Gotta get Don in there.
Don, modern
Dan
offense.
Fouts.
Dan Fouts.
Wesley Chandler. Charlie Jefferson.
Kellen
Kellen Winslow.
Kellen Winslow Sr.
Yeah.
Kellen Winslow Sr.
Kellen Winslow Sr. Can't forget that.
So you think Chant does again?
He started with his daddy.
Man.
But yeah, we got to do Coryell. Coryell, you talking about this stuff they doing now with all this spread open? Oh, this was 80s.
Yeah.
This was strict spread it open. And I remember they scored Don Coryell. This is when I was a young boy. You know, always been into football. Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
These guys put 51 up on my Steelers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a second. Yo, I remember not knowing what was happening in the game because everybody was catching the ball.
Yeah.
So you got to put him in there. He was what you talk about West Coast offenses and Bill Walsh and all that. This guy was putting things together then.
Yeah.
Right?
Straight
So I go
up.
with him 4, and this one we get tight. Then we got like John Lynch and Ty Law and Hutchinson and Champ. It's tough, man. It's tough. Somebody will get stubbed, and whoever got the money, somebody might have to go have a golf tournament and slide something under the rug.
Hey,
man.
soon before you do yours, do Doug put his top 5 on there.
What was his top 5? Let's see what Doug got. His top 5. Doug has Ed Reed, Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Steve Hutchinson.
Mm-hmm.
He has 4 there, but who's his 5th?
I like that Hutchinson.
Tony Gonzalez was his 5th.
Okay, Tony Gonzalez was his 5th. Okay, Tony G. Ty Law, his 5th was Ty Law.
Oh, Ty Law. Right.
Ty Law with Champ. You got Champ on there. So you're going with 3 D-backs
Yeah.
and a tight end and an offensive lineman.
Hold on, before you get your 5, so let's not get it twisted. It's about 10 that could be in.
Yeah, everybody
It's about 10 that could be in.
Listen, if you sat and broke it down, you can find reasons to get these guys in. Now,
Like,
let's not get it twisted.
None of us don't think gave Edrin James a nod, but he could be in.
Yeah, extra James.
It's about 10 that could be in.
No question.
You
You
know,
know why?
yeah.
Talking about, hey, listen,
Yeah.
Hutchinson, them guys, we don't, Faneca,
Yeah.
like them guys, once you pick the guard, this is coming out of college.
Right.
You didn't say, oh, let me go to the draft and see if I need a guard. You didn't need a guard for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, y'all got Isaac Bruce on. None of y'all talking about Isaac Bruce but me.
Well, Isaac Bruce had a short career. It wasn't.
Well, he got the numbers and the big catch.
Yeah.
But they just did a log jam at wide receiver. They just put so many wide receivers in there.
And it's like they call Isaac Bruce the next Jerry Rice, but when they tagged him, it's like his career went down. Like after the greatest show on turf,
Consistent.
yeah, but after all that, it was like he mellowed out. After he didn't have the other Torrey Hope and Hopes, and after he didn't have Hakeem and Torrey Hope, and he started getting double, he stopped being able to produce. So that's me. Close it out soon with your.
Well, I mean, first you got to start with Ed Reed.
Got to start with Ed Reed.
Got to start with Ed Reed.
Don't know how Barry left him off.
I mean, Ed
I didn't
Reed.
see him. I was eating a healthy one.
You couldn't see me.
Ed Reed is the epitome of football player.
didn't see
You go
that.
back to the University of Miami, that turnaround, and he comes down to Baltimore with Ray Lewis and
Right.
his defenses. Just a game breaker, a game player, chess matches with Brady and all of them. A threat once he got the ball in his hands on defense to take it to the house. Ed Reed's a dominant player. And then you got to go with Tony Gonzalez, tight end, arguably one of the best tight ends ever to do it,
Yes.
ever to play on football. And then at one position, I have to go Champ Bailey.
Champ. I'm not arguing that.
I got to go Champ Bailey because all the rules, he played through all the rules, and, changed whatever. Dominant player for a long time, Champ Bailey at corner. Numerous Pro Bowl selections, so go 3. And then I have to take a strong look because, as Duke said, Sundays at 4 o'clock versus anybody.
Oh.
The San Diego Chargers were pure entertainment.
Pure
Entertainment, pure offensive dominance in an era where you could be decapitated. Like there wasn't an era where you can't touch the quarterback, you couldn't touch a receiver, you couldn't touch. They were putting schemes together against known killers.
Yeah.
You know, when you can lay the hammer, lay the wood. Defense was still defense.
Hey, y'all better check them Chargers out. They got YouTube.
There,
Check them out.
There was nothing called defenseless.
John Jefferson, the one-handed bandit.
Yeah, it was nothing defenseless about Eric Coryell, and plus what he did at the Cardinals too. He took them to like one of the only playoff wins ever. You gotta look at that, and then you got one spot left to go, and it's hard for me. Hey CJ in the building. How's it going, CJ?
I did good.
AKA El Wingador.
El Wingador. Definitely CJ in the building, and it's definitely tough because now you're trying to pick a player that you want to go in, and but looking at these players, and they're all about the same players. I mean, I think no one like just pushes out more than me after you get by those three players. So. The man got
how many they taking out of there?
It's crazy, right? It's crazy, right?
My pick will be all of them.
I gotta go because no players. He got 2 chips.
Who's this?
Tom Flores, Raiders coach. He has 2 world championships.
Yeah, they going. I don't.
And it's hard for me to put 2 coaches, but over the players, whatever. But because those players will be back. I think all the other players are even. But Flores, 2 world championships, Raiders winning percentage. That usually gets you a call.
Yeah,
they get you a call. So that's what I do.
Listen,
I think that the players are all about the same, and so I would go with the coach.
We got another 5 on the.
Who's the 5? Who they got? Who put their 5 there? Branson, Sandman.
Yeah, the Sandman got his 5 up there.
Reed, Baselli, Bailey, Gonzalez, Atwater. Yeah, you can't really go wrong. I mean, I think all the players are kind of like right there. Yeah, so I was that's why I went with the 2 coaches because
they should do 6, man. That one got to be in there.
That one may get in, but
6.
Somebody's getting 3 people is getting snubbed.
Baselli had a lot of injuries to the end of his career.
I can tell you that right now.
That may hurt him, but he was dominant with his leg. So definitely.
Got another 5. So
who got another 5?
Oh, I like this 5.
Well, let's see which 5 we got.
I like this 5.
We Champ, who's teach? Tony Gonzalez, Lynch, Atwater. Will be a lot of defensive inductees. I think.
Yeah, I like his pick.
Yeah,
I like his pick.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think I like that. I mean, I think a defense. I went with the 2 coaches because the players. I couldn't really like who's a player over that. That's why, and it's hard for when you win 2 world championships in the NFL.
Yeah,
it's kind
of
hard
to keep you out.
Flores, it's kind of hard, like not to look at him, but definitely. But that's it. But I mean, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to tune in tonight. NFL honors. You'll get your MVPs. You get everybody together, seeing exactly how it goes tonight and see who gets in. But I think everybody's deserving on that list. There's nobody on that list you would look at and say, well, I don't think he deserves to be in the Hall. It's probably just a matter of time. I mean, I think on the list, it's probably just a matter of time before they get in. I mean, that's what it's going to boil down to. It's going to be a matter of time before they get in, and once they get in, they walk into.
I got a question for you. Do you like that? Do you like that? That if I'm up and we know, like, say if let's take Richard Seymour. He's probably not going to get it. I like him.
Well, Richard Seymour's a linchpin on that early Patriot defensive.
Yeah.
They were a defensive team like
you didn't have to worry about anything on that side on this side.
Right. Look, I love him. Now he's probably not going to get in. But do you agree with this? Like, you gotta wait for your time. Like, if I'm eligible,
you get
I'm Hall of Fame ready. Do you think they should just let me in?
Well, it depends on who's in your class too.
Well, here's the thing: you can't.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, these people been hanging around. Should I always hang around? Like, the new class gonna come out, and now Peyton Manning's gonna be on there. You know what I'm saying? Like now I can't get in again.
Well, the problem is you can't let every year you can't let 100 guys in.
Yeah.
So you see what I'm saying? Like, you can't. It just can't happen. So that's where we run into that problem at.
Man.
These guys gonna get snubbed, and the sad part about it is some of them been out of football for 20 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So now I need a cane to go up there and speak.
Yeah.
I forgot my speech.
Yeah, you know, you've been practicing it every year.
Yeah.
I
forgot my speech. Yeah, I forgot my speech.
I mean, that's just the way it goes. It's just very tough.
I don't know if I like that though. I don't know.
I mean, like it's not, you can't get
like you
25 of them in. You can't.
Yeah. So it's a Hall of Fame. It's not the Hall of Very Good, so it's a very select few. People got to argue for you and things like that. It takes a long time for some people to get in.
Right.
And that's where we go. But gentlemen, hey, another great show Saturday. We'll be back next week with the Super Bowl wrap-up show.
We'll be back.
And see what happens. And keep your eye on that 21 personnel from the Patriots. That's my key. That's the key to the whole Super Bowl.
Is that what it is?
Can the Rams handle that 21 personnel from the Patriots? That's going to dictate how everything's going to go down.
We'll be here.
We'll be here. Sports Talk Live from the ranch. We'll be here watching the Super Bowl. Come through. Got some, meatballs, everything that you know how we do.
Hey,
but everybody take care. See you next week. Peace. We
Talk
out.
to you. We out.
Peace.
And I look down my schedule. I'll be here.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like,
Yeah,
so many
that's
people
fine,
gonna get
too,
snubbed on that joint, man. Like, I never looked at the whole picture all the time.
No, that's fine.
I always looked at it once it was
You
done.
going over there?
Security.
Mm.
Yeah, right at the door unless you don't take nothing.
Making sure?
Yeah, you should. Not on my watch. It's been some funny business though.
Oh, of course.
Not on my watch, though.
You gonna hear that where?
That's why.
That ain't good. You already know how the boys is feeling.
Mm-hmm. Hey, then
Nah, I don't touch nothing.
then Christmas
I
time
said,
don't be
you
around.
already
Christmas
watched
time and
it.
Black Friday don't be around.
I need somebody to sit in line because they be having bills.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Like?
like that PlayStation. I don't play video games.
Nah, I
That
don't.
PlayStation bundle was like that 1 gigabyte. They're going for like 300-400. The joint was going for like 200.
Soon.
I'm done, man.
Done? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You
man.
know.
Yo, the sickness messing with me. Yo, I
How long you been
drank
sick?
almost a week now, man.
What you taking?
I had some NyQuil, some Dayquil, I had some
You had some of that Boogie Brown?
emergency. I had some emergency.
Hey, boy,
You had some of that
Not
Boogie Brown?
emergency. What's the other one that's like emergency?
Yeah, you
No,
gotta
I
take
ain't
that
Brown.
Boogie Brown.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
wrap
gotta put that
yourself
up
up
in
under a
there.
good blanket.
Yep.
It's that Boogie
Yep.
Brown.
You
No,
ain't
don't mess
lying.
with nothing.
Yep.
But that's how,
Wrap it up with a good blanket.
and that's how I was, man. Like, my skin was hurting, right?
Huh?
I was cold, right? My
Some of your skin was hurting.
Look, my skin was hurting. I was cold, chills. But I had to have a fan on. I had to have air on my
Nah,
face.
see, you messing the fan. You gotta keep that fan out. Sweat that out.
No.
You don't want to dry. You don't want to die. Sweat that.
Yeah,
If
that's
I ain't gonna be able to breathe. My nose gonna be clogged.
You gotta get your nose right. You got the Vicks. Where the Vicks at and all that?
I got some at the house. You got some?
You gotta put that up on your chest. You gotta throw that up on your chest and up under your nose. You gotta sweat that out.
At the house.
Look, you put the fan on.
Yeah.
That ain't helping.
I needed it, man.
Nah.
If I had just the heat on, my nose would be all messed up.
My grandma put me on a long time ago. I'm walking around. It's Tuesday night.
That's the only thing that soothed me though. Like,
I
made me be able
had
to sleep.
a basketball game Tuesday night. I came in like, look, I'm like, Grants, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Was done. Throat, sweating,
Yeah.
coughing, all this. Yo, she said, listen, she went up in the cabinet, boil some water, got a lemon, some garlic, some onion, and some honey, right? Smoking hot, like you know how, they already know,
Yeah.
right? She's like, listen, go take your shower, and when you come out, put your clothes on, like sweats and all that. I put that on. I sat on the end of the bed. By now, I'm like this.
Right.
I got chills.
I know.
Listen, I drank that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about all of it. Down, got under the covers. I remember waking up during the middle of the night, going to the bathroom. Bro, when I got up, it felt like I peed the bed, and I was done,
Whole body so
and I was good,
Yeah. You sweat
and I was
sweat
good.
out.
Sweated it all the way out.
That's what happened when I swear the refrigerator
You gotta have that right concoction.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I do is
Somebody
take
said
the,
put most of that
the
stuff in
Walmart
Theraflu. Most of the stuff you named, they said
Well,
put that in the Theraflu.
Here's the thing. This is what I do around this year. 'Cause I be working with kids. I do that same concoction and put it on the countertop. It's apple cider vinegar, it's honey, fresh garlic in there, and it's an onion. But I do it with the tea.
So
I boil it, but I sit it there.
Huh?
But I don't make it like a full giant cup. But I take that every day. Tablespoon. Right, my breakfast.
Airborne, that's what I got.
Yeah.
Yup. The airborne them to get me right though.
Airborne?
Yeah. I know we could take one of them airborns at night and wake up cool. My body might be getting used to it. So.
Yeah, you gotta get that, take that medicine, get under the blankets.
Hey, Martin, I saw you had called, but I was on the show.
Lysol. Lysol everything.
Yeah. No problem.
So you got it. Lysol everything.
Oh,
That's it, man.
We'll break some of this stuff down real quick.
Okay.
No, just walking around.
So I'll let me text it to you. I can text it to you. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll take a picture of my license and I'll send you that information. Okay, all right, thanks, man. Okay.
Don't disconnect this.
Yeah, a little button on it.
You want on the floor?
Huh?
You want on the floor?
No, you roll it up like the one right there. See the joint I got right there? See the joint I got
Oh,
on
I
the
see it.
table?
I see it. I see it. I see it.
Put it in your hand like that.
Is that too small?
No, it's probably the same size.
Yeah, they go in this box right here.
They got fit in that little box.
Two going in.
Is that cool?
Yeah, that's cool. Unplug Sunnis.
Not only 5 get in. So somewhat, if you don't get in that year, you
always eligible.
you're eligible every year. If you don't get in,
Yeah,
Yeah.
then you make with your Veterans Committee.
until you get in.
Yeah.
That could be a long time, man.
Yeah.
Well, y'all protest for them old
How many
ladies,
times?
man.
How many times Barry had to go through the ballot to get in?
None. You gotta get in first round.
Yeah, Barry got in first time.
Easy.
Yeah. They robbed T.O. because all
These in here.
Yeah. Oh, my heat. So tight right there. Yeah, you got them little boxes, the little blue boxes.
Oh, that's where they go. Yeah. Is they the wires that you were talking about?
Huh? Yeah. It's they can do the rest because I don't know the rest of it.
We the mic wires going in here?
Yeah,
What?
2 of them going each one.
2 of them. Okay. Close it up.
Collab rematch. Collab fight. What's going on? Rematch
tonight?
Yeah. On what? ESPN.
Yeah, he fighting the bull that knocked him out.
Yeah.
Yo, man, so you know I didn't see the
Cole in there fought no man bigger than him.
Yeah.
I didn't see the Bronner Pacquiao. I caught the replay.
Yeah.
Bronner needs medication.
Them
It
things
was
he
some
won
black
that.
boy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He talked himself into some pay-per-views.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, because he was playing.
Well, everybody still like
him
him.
on Facebook.
As much as everybody hate him, everybody still like him.
On YouTube and Facebook, I'm trying to think.
He's still a ticket.
He
I
pretty
was
much.
talking about Keith Thurman. Talking about he want to fight Pacquiao.
Yeah. Keith Thurman. You see Keith Thurman last fight?
They caught some nice ones.
That boy was game. That young boy was game. He kept.
You know it's a shame trainer
He's back over here.
as the bull who about to fight Errol Spence.
Oh, okay.
And that's what he said. That's Mikey Garcia trainer.
Oh, okay.
Now Mikey Garcia is better than that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He said, you know, I got something for Earl. He said, I got something for Earl too.
You want these back over there?
Yeah, he put them over there.
Yeah.
Sound a little different this time, soon. As far as sound.
You want these all? You want all this over there?
Yeah, I gotta send this guy an email first.
No, I'm just asking.
Yeah. These go in the closet.
These right here.
The mics, yeah, they go in the top of the closet.
I'm
Yeah.
just asking.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I didn't do that. Something like that hurt.
Yeah. Sound a little distorted.
There's something over the top of this. This one ain't the bass was going up with messed up, but you can still hear it. What's over the top of it? Like some static or something.
This cloud?
Yeah.
And the top, yeah, I'll be the top. Oh, you got 5 mics?
Huh?
You got 5 of these?
Back and forth.
Grab me some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm going to take that stuff. She wants this stuff out the room, so I'm going to grab it, put it in the garage. It's Philly.
Let us know while we're here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do this real quick.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting some paper towels.
They got paper towels and stuff. Everything's up there. Yeah.
All right, I'm tucking.